welcome to Belly Dance with Caroline. This is my PayPal details if anyone would like to give a donation for the little tutorials. And we're going to be looking at camels today. So, camels. So let's just start. Feet parallel. So your knees are going to be natural, so they're not pulled back, neither are they really bent. You've got your normal nice posture with your tummy just pulled in a little bit, nice long back, relaxed shoulders, long neck. So I just want you to roll forward and back on your feet. So just roll and roll, roll and roll. So your weight is going from the toes to the heel, to the toes, to the heel. And let your pelvis now rock with that. So forward and back with your pelvis. So that's what it looks like from the front. A bit ungainly, not really a camel yet. In a moment I'm not doing anything with my tummy. So now, just make that rock less. So you're not moving my feet now. But you've still got that sense of the weights on the front, the weights to the back, the weights to the front, the weights to the back. And then get to the front, pull your tummy muscles in. So pull in at your navel and below your navel and go to the back. At some point you can't go any further. Then release your navel down and come forward. Can't go any further, pull in. Come back and release. Forward, in, back, release. Forward, in, back, release. Forward, in, back, release. Forward, in, back, release. So it almost feels like a wave that you're doing, a wave with your stomach and your spine. So now we're going to try bringing one foot slightly in front. So then you'll find your weight will go from your front foot to your back foot. So the same principle. Back, release, forward, and as you go forward you can lift your back heel, but watch out for lifting your front foot up like this. Looks a bit rubbish. So just feel that sense of a wave, almost like you're in water. Change the foot that's in the lead. And notice I'm not massively in front, I'm only slightly in front. So my weight's going front foot, back foot, front foot, back foot, front and back, front and back. So it's a really smooth, fluid movement that's going on. If you put your hands below your tummy muscle, your navel, you should feel it releasing. So your navel drop down, coming forward and pulling in. You should feel a tightness. And back and release. Forward, in, back, release. So let's just try checking what your knees are doing now. So my knees are still natural. They're doing what naturally they want to do, which means I'm not doing this. Although that is a slightly different way of doing a camel, you won't want to do that all the time. My knees are staying soft the whole time. There is a little tiny bit of movement in them, but not much. So let's just try going a bit bigger now. So slightly larger, slower movements. Let's try that with parallel feet. Forward and back. Forward and back. Great, so you've got your camel going. You can make them even larger by including your chest and upper body with them. So you can actually start it with your chest, going forward, up, back and down. And you'll notice that if you just let your pelvis do what comes naturally, you'll actually find you're getting a full camel from upper to lower, the whole of your body, full body undulation. Let's try that parallel feet. I'll show you from the front. So you'll notice the chest and back down, chest up, back and down, forward, up, back and down. And I'm leaving my pelvis to do what comes naturally, and so you balance, you'll find it moves. So one thing that people tend to struggle with the camels as well, so we go back to doing this type with the stiller chest, is that they feel like they have to lose that sense of fluidity. So really feel like you're in water and it's bobbing you, moving you. And make sure you're breathing at the same time, very easy to forget. So as soon as we start concentrating, we go and hold it in, and then your camel's immediately going to look tight. So just keep breathing, make sure your shoulders are still nice and relaxed. Make sure your face is soft. And another thing that people tend to do, slightly difficult problem they get with the camel, is that the losing of balance. So it feels like it's bigger than it actually is. My movements, they're not as big as they look. So don't feel you've got to, when I was saying about changing your weight, you don't actually have to really do that to the extreme. Just enough to get the movement. So don't start to go, oh, I've got to go really far forward. Really far back. Because you fall over like me. So they actually, once you get used to camelling, they actually start to feel really good and very natural. It's just getting your body used to that. Release, come forward, pull in, come back. Release, come forward, pull in, come back. Lots of movement is going on, all your tummy muscles and also your spine. So don't try to hold your spine still and protect your spine, because you can't do a camel if you do that. You have to have this curve at the back. But it's okay, because you correct it at the front and do the opposite direction. So it should be theoretically good for your back. But if you have problems with your spine, or you've had maybe spinal fusion surgery or something, then you might struggle a bit with getting that sense of a rolling sensation going on there. So let's just have a go now at moving with it. So I'm just going to move on the spot. So I'm just releasing a foot, releasing a foot. And if I was to do it bigger, it'd be called a kicking camel. Kicking, for obvious reasons. So from the side, release, release. So I'm changing my weight from leg to leg, but I'm not doing it to the extreme. So I'm not going, I'm keeping very centered. So one thing you can actually do, helps if you've got stairs actually, that you can do it on, is if you stand on a step and you've got your other leg free and camel like that. It's not quite a big enough step here. But you want to get used to that sense of having a free leg So my step's not quite big enough. So try that both sides if you can. So I'm using a book about that thick. You really need something that enables that loose leg to not be scraping across the floor. So that will help you get a sense of how to free a leg. So let's do parallel again. Camel release, camel release, camel release, and camel release. And just step forward a little. Keep breathing, and step back. Release, 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 release. Come forward. 2, 3, and 4, and back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can move about. It's just like stepping. We normally would step, wouldn't we? Rather than camel. It's the same thing. 1 foot forward, and then the other one comes forward. I'm just emphasising at the moment that release. You don't have to emphasise it, you can just step and camel. So now I'm just letting that, the leg that's free, I'm actually sort of sliding it along the floor. So it's not necessarily lifted up so much. So let's go forward. 2, 3, 4, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the spot, turn to kicking camels again. So notice my feet aren't looking ugly. I'm not literally trying to kick balls with this. So if I do it from the side. So I'm not trying to do anything amazing with my foot. I'm not even trying to do something ballet-like with it. I'm just letting it follow the natural line of the leg. So, I don't know why I did that. So, that's walking with a camel and kicking camel and basic camel, and the next video will be more difficult.